find the number of 5-digit numbers greater than 50,000 that can be formed using the digits starting from 0 up to 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, such that sum of digit at first place and the last place is not more than 8. Now, while solving problems of PNC, you should read the statement very carefully. Here we need number of 5-digit numbers which are strictly greater than 50,000, and that can be formed using these 7 digits, these 8 digits. Sum of digit at first and last place should not be more than 8. Now, let us say the number is on first place you have alpha, then the digits in between x, y, z, and on unit place we have beta. So the condition is that alpha plus beta, sum of digit at first place and last place, this must be less than or equal to 8. Right? It must not be more than 8. So that means the sum should be either 8 or less. Now here first let us see what are the different ways in which we can select alpha and beta. How many different cases we can create. So because we need number greater than 50,000, so on first place we can take 5 or more, right? We cannot take a number which is smaller than 5 on first place. So here I'll write alpha, different possible values of alpha, and then we'll see what are the different values for beta. Remember, alpha is first place, beta is the last place, beta is unit place. We need number greater than 50,000. So obviously alpha cannot be a number which is less than 5. Alpha will be either 5 or 6 or 7. So if alpha is 5, right? What are the possible values of beta? Remember, alpha plus beta should be less than equal to 8. So beta you can take either 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. We cannot take a number greater than 3 because alpha plus beta has to be smaller than 8. So this is one case. Another possibility will be, let us say alpha is 6. Right? We need number greater than 50,000. So on first place we can have either 5 or 6 or 7. If alpha is 6, then alpha plus beta less than equal to it. That means beta will be either 0 or 1 or 2. These are the three possible values. And finally, if alpha is 7, beta will be either 0 or 1. So in first case, we are getting 4 different cases, right? Alpha 5 and beta 0, 1, 2, 3. Similarly, in next case, we are getting 3 different cases. And finally, we are getting 2 different cases when uh, alpha is 7, right? Alpha 7, beta will be either 0 or 1. So these are the number of ways of filling the first and last place. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9. So there are 9 different ways in which you can fill the unit place and the first place, satisfying the condition that sum of digit is not more than 8 and also the number is bigger than 50,000, right? Now, for remaining 3 places, there are no restriction. For x, y, z, we can take any value. Total 8 integers are given, starting from 0 up to 7. Total 8 digits are there. So, for x, we have 8 option. For y, we have 8 option. And for z, we have another 8 option, right? So, 9 ways of filling the first and last place together, satisfying that condition. And then for the digits in middle x, y, and z, we have 8 options each. But remember, here it is given that we need only those numbers. We need 5-digit numbers which are strictly greater than 50,000. When you take alpha as 5, beta as 0, and xyz also as 0, 0, and 0, then you will get a number which is equal to 50,000. Right? We need numbers which are bigger than 50,000. But when alpha is 5, beta is 0, and here I am taking all the different possibilities for xyz. So this 8 will mean that x can take any value starting from 0 up to 7. So if I take xyz as 0, 0, 0, alpha 5 and beta also 0, then we are getting a number which is exactly 50,000. We need numbers bigger than 50,000. So that one case we need to remove from here. And many times in JEE Main, if you want to save time, you can do rough calculation. Here you can very easily see that your answer must be odd number, right? 9 into product of these numbers will be even, minus 1 odd. So these two options you can eliminate without doing any calculation. Also, you can see that these two options, they are not very close to each other, right? So, I mean, here this number will be 72 into 64. Now, if I take 80 into 70, I'll get 5600. These numbers are much smaller than that, right? So, I mean, this one you cannot get. 5700 will be much more than this number. 64 into 72. Now, 80 into 70 is 5600. And this is bigger than 5600, so we cannot have that option also. So, when calculation is not difficult, you can do, but without doing calculation also, in many problems you can get the correct answer. So, because answer is odd number, two options eliminated. This is a number bigger than 5600. Clearly, this is less than that number. So, therefore, the correct answer for this problem will be fourth option. So, this was not difficult problem. Just take different cases, first alpha, beta, and this was one important point, that because one number is exactly equal to 50,000, we need numbers bigger than 50,000. So, therefore, we have to do -1. You can see that one option is without this -1, but that will be incorrect option. So the right answer for this problem is option D.